Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Riegele Brewing's, or beer manufacturer, as they say here, Auris 19.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 660 milliliter bottle, which would be like 2 European-sized beers.
Okay.
Like in American measurement, it'd be about a 22.4 ounce bottle.
Mm-hmm.
9% alcohol. I wrote some things down. You could hold this for me.
Okay.
The international bitterness units is around 65.
They're saying pretty
they're saying
bigger.
6.5 hops out of the 10 hops. Okay, so that's how I'm translating it. They use Pilsner and Steffi barley malt, and they use Hallertau pearl hops and opal hops. It gets a 47 out of 100, or rate beer, a 36 out of 100 for the style.
So wait, what kind of beer is
with
this?
only 54 ratings, and there's no ratings on Beer Advocate. This is like one review. It's not enough to give a score. This is a Helles Doppelbock, a bright double bock.
Okay.
And I'll explain that as we go.
I see so much sediment in here.
Conrad Seidel, who does beer reviews, did this one. He was talking about how it would pair well with like beef stew and stuff. Some kind of beef products, I think.
Pair it with some
He does
tofu.
German. He does the beer reviews in German and in English. He gets on my nerves though because he never answers comments. It's like, wow, I really enjoyed this beer. Nothing, never, no response.
Well, if you have a lot of people, it can be hard to respond to everybody.
I do it. Okay. Now, I ought to make a video called Beer Reviewers Who Don't Respond to Comments, where I say, this one doesn't do it, this one doesn't do it, this one does, but you might be sorry that he did it. But at least he responds. Okay, but anyhow. Oh no. Bet you that's Paul calling.
So
All
popular.
right. Only when I'm doing a video. If I was, at home for 9 straight hours, phone
It's a
wouldn't ring.
straw, yellow, and hazy.
Yeah, it's not much of a foam head of
No,
foam.
not much foam. There's a few bubble streams. Not a lot, though.
Let's see. Not a lot.
I
It's
can
kinda
smell it from
hazy.
here. It's very strong smelling
Kind of
beer.
hazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't recall him getting a big bunch of fluffy foam either in his review. I've never had it. Of course, this was shipped to me from by Canopus from Germany. He's called Canopus on YouTube, but on his real name is Arthur Coolett.
Send me some beer.
He shipped me 14,
That's
and 11
awesome.
survived the DHL incident.
Wait, we didn't smell it.
No, but I was thirsty. Okay,
You're breaking protocol.
can't help it.
You know how often I sit here just waiting, just trying to. Well, I want to sip so bad, and you're just.
I should have had water before we started, but
That's
I did
a
not.
dang shame. Okay.
So not much foam. It's a cloudy appearance. It's a
Yes.
now Helles. See, bright, golden.
Yeah, it is very bright.
Bock means strong beer. Double bock means double strong beer.
Yes.
Now they have dark bocks too.
Yes. They
but,
do.
Yeah,
Yes.
but this is not one. Okay. The braccia was.
Ooh. Almost smells like I smell apple juice.
There might be a little appley
Like
component.
juice. Do you smell? Something smells like juice.
I gotta put more in here.
I wish. What are the ingredients supposed to be? It's not like I can read the bottle.
Oh, I read those out.
Oh, I must not have been paying attention.
Water, barley malt, hops, and yeast.
Oh no, but I mean, there's not like tones of like
They did.
cranberry and.
Well, they described that on their
Okay.
website. They just said it was strong in the flavor because it's a strong beer.
Okay, so it's
and
not
that
like
it was,
citrus peel and licorice sticks.
they didn't really talk about all that.
Okay.
It's-
I smell juice. I don't know why.
okay. Maybe a slight fruitiness, like you're saying, apple juice,
It smells kinda
green apple
sweet.
skins,
Yeah. Yeah. It smells kind of sweet.
sweetness, and maybe breadiness. But it does smell like beer, right? Like lager
Be
beer.
some white bread.
For American beers, it kind of reminds me of the Ice House Edge, Hurricane High Gravity, Schlitz VSL, which is very smooth lager, Gold Bull. Yeah, because it's stronger than all of them, by the way. A little bit like a Vita Andy Gator, maybe.
It smells really good.
Yeah, it does smell really good.
I'm thirsty and ready for a sip.
Here's the VSL, by the way. This is pretty close to that in strength. It's 8.5. This is 9. And that,
Okay.
if you pour that in another glass, it would almost look the same. Except
I don't think I've had that.
no, this would have a lot more foam, I think. But this one is made with corn syrup as a filler.
Ugh, so bad.
Oh, corn is big in America, but this is made
Which explains
without.
a lot
This is made
about
without.
America. Okay.
Oh, I've had some beers with corn that were.
Ooh, it's good.
Now remember, you like the Steel Reserve black can that.
This
triple
kind of
export?
tastes like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that was 7.
Ooh, this is a
months
nice
ago.
change from the horror show that was my last beer review. Let's see.
Yeah, because these Doppelbocks can be so different because if they're lighter body. This is
Definitely
lighter.
hops, though. Definitely
I agree.
bitter. I'm tasting more the breadiness in the beer. That wasn't in my nose.
I would say white bread,
Mm-hmm.
a little biscuit.
Little biscuit. Yeah. Making some biscuits tomorrow. Sweet potato biscuits, y'all.
Maybe
Sorry,
more
it's
like a cracker, like those soda
like
crackers.
a Ritz cracker.
Maybe like a saltine
A saltine.
from
Ugh, I
Nabisco,
don't know
without
about
the salt.
that.
The salt-free ones.
Like a communion wafer.
Maybe, because that's unleavened
No,
bread.
No salt.
No salt. Sorry about the phone distracting me. I don't know why people, they plot, they watch and say, he's doing a video, hurry up, call. But anyway, there's a little yeastiness, like, you know what I mean? Like in some breads, almost maybe like sourdough bread.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Have you ever been to Dad Dog?
No.
So good. Their hot dog buns they're sourdough and they're toasted with butter. Oh, so good.
There is hoppiness here. It does seem like it could be 65 international bitterness units. Because in the back of the sip, there's a lot of hops. It's bitter in the back.
And I'm sensitive to the hops. My first
It's
sip.
not IPA hop.
My
It's
first sip
Pilsner
was all.
hop.
I know, but still, my first sip was all like, oh, so smooth, so good. And the more I drink it, the more I'm like, this is really bitter. Not like burnt
For what?
bitter. What?
For what beer?
This.
Oh, it's
This beer.
You're starting to lose your.
My initial enthusiasm, the more I'm sipping it. Yeah, it's just, it's not bad. It's just.
Mine's increasing because I like the. Now the body's heavy, medium to heavy bodied. The
There is a
finish.
slight fruit peel.
The finish is on the dry side.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy drinking though, but that's the danger because it's so strong, 9%. If you drank that whole bottle, you would definitely get a ticket.
This
A
isn't-
ticket. No, I'm sorry, you would go to jail
This isn't
for
very
driving while intoxicated.
easy for me just because it's, the bitterness is kind of not as palatable to me as to some people, but
The Steel Reserve 211 triple export that
Something
you
I
like so
tried, I
much,
really like.
that was in the tall black can. That one is much lower bitterness.
Yes.
But it uses corn syrup. Oh well, but if I wouldn't have mentioned that to you, you may never have made a comment.
tragedy.
See what I mean?
You gotta read ingredient
the power
labels,
of suggestion.
people. Yeah.
So-
Oh, tons of stuff that's corn syrup tastes damn good, but that doesn't make it good for you. I love Dr. Pepper, but
That's high fructose
that's
corn
high
syrup.
fructose corn syrup.
Which
So
I don't think this is.
any kind of corn syrup though is really kind of like to be avoided. You don't.
They sell K-Row corn syrup at stores. People use that in baking and put on pancakes. So
I
it's-
don't.
Okay,
And I bake pretty good.
corn syrup is used in many
But
different
it's not
applications.
good for you. Corn is used to fatten up farm animals.
Right.
Like, I love corn, but you don't want to just have this concentrated syrup. Ugh, God.
Okay, now this
Go
has
for
no.
fresh grains, whole ingredients.
Right, this has no lacing.
PSA.
I mean, it leaves behind no
Mm.
stuff clinging to the sides of the glass. It's pretty carbonated. Excuse me.
I'm gonna save up a good burp one of these days, and I'm just gonna. I hold them in, but one of these days I'm just gonna.
If you take a sip, it's kind of prickly in the sip. Like
There's
I was
a-
saying before the first phone call, there's some there's some sediment down in here.
Yeah.
You know, it's really powdery, fine.
I noticed in the bottle a ton of sediment
Definitely
floating.
in the bottle.
There's a
But the
flavor
brown might be
kind of at the
number
back of my throat or something. There's a flavor that I'm trying to put my finger on, and I'm not sure what it is. But it's another element to this beer that I can't quite.
Well, I think it's fantastic. You know, the Beta Andy Gator, I've gone through periods where I thought it was nasty and I didn't like it, and then I drank it a couple of weeks ago and I was like, well, it really is great, you know. But this one, to me, is possibly, I don't know, the best Hallertau I've ever had.
We talked about
I think
fruit
it's
skin.
fantastic.
Maybe something almost like a leafy, like something almost like a skin of a vegetable or fruit, something kind of.
Well, you're right. It definitely has a green apple note in the nose more than the flavor, though, I find.
I'm just tasting something.
Now, when
that
they
I'm
have the
not
butter flavor, that's a sign that
Sure.
it's off. But this does not have that butter flavor at all. It's not off. It's just, we'll wrap it up. It's cracker, maybe sourdough bread, and the aroma, a little bit of green apple skin, and
Which I kind of taste in the beer. It's very subtle.
yeah,
very subtle.
I'm giving it a solid A, most excellent. I think it's an A. I don't know what you're going to give it, but that's my opinion.
With being objective, I think I would also give it an A because I understand why this is really good. It's just not something that I would go out of my way to drink.
Yeah.
But speaking of drinking beers, which is why we're here. Saturday, I'm moving to Alabama for grad school. And I'm really interested in hearing. I know that a lot of the beers we get here, we can get in Alabama. It's not very far away, but certainly there are some Alabama local beers or breweries, maybe like in the Birmingham area,
Yeah,
that if anyone.
Yeah, in the Tuscaloosa, Birmingham.
Yeah, so if anybody has some recommendations of something I should check out, maybe like a good brew house or a really unique bar in Birmingham, something like that,
You
I
can
would
send that on or make a comment on this
Yeah,
video.
please post in the comments. Please don't try to add me on Facebook, but post in the comments. And I would love to hear your thoughts because, you know, it's going to be a big change for me going from New Orleans to a small town in Alabama. But
Relatively small town. Now,
it's
they do sell beer brands there that they don't sell here, like the Yingling beers.
yeah.
They were supposed to come to Louisiana, but supposedly that was blocked by certain distributors. I don't want to get into all that. But they couldn't legally block it, but they used their power to keep it from coming in. But that's what actually distributor told me. That they got together and said, we're going to box them out.
Well, I want to make a nice list. Even maybe not something that's local Alabama, but like some like Yingling that I can't get here, but I could get there that would be worth checking out.
It's probably going to be more regular beers that you can get there than, say, the craft beers. Because we get a lot of craft beers in
Yes.
Louisiana.
Well, you know what I like. You know the kind of stuff
But stuff that's like Yingling, you'll notice, you'll see a lot of that. So an A beer from me, and you're saying an A.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching this review, and we're going to end it by saying y'all come on down to New Orleans or Alabama.